Hello, welcome to the Intelligent Technologies Live Marathon. I'm Shailendra. Wherever you are in the world, thank you for joining us. Hope you and your family are safe. You're watching this simulcast live on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. For you to view this episode and other sessions that are run on Emerging Technologies Live, I would request you to follow me so that you can be alerted when a live show is on and you can ask direct questions to our guests. Intelligent technologies will play an important role in the coming future. Organizations which will learn from other implementations will be far quicker to deliver value. So it is important to have some guided outcomes ready to be implemented, giving you a good runway. Today, we will talk about one such intelligent technologies guided outcome called intelligent spend management. And to discuss this, I have with me Asha Ambike. Asha is a director of Intelligent Enterprise Solution Management in the SAP Guided Outcomes team. So without any further ado, let me invite Asha to the stream. Hi, Asha.
Hi, how are you doing, Shelly?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, Asha, it would be great if you could talk to us briefly about your background and your role in SAP.
Sure. So, hi to everyone in Asia Pacific. My name is Asha. I am the global lead for Intelligent Enterprise Solutions. A bunch of them in the space, and I'm located at San Francisco. And prior to SAP, I've been with SAP for 3 years, and prior to SAP, I was with Accenture, part of their digital strategy practice, where I've been working with organizations across the globe on topics of business, digital, and innovation. The majority of my experience has been with, working with organizations, helping them leverage digital technologies to drive significant business outcomes. So I'm really happy to be with you here, with all of you, and looking forward to an opportunity to speak with you about how digital technologies and intelligent technologies can drive outcomes in procurement.
Okay, so tell us about intelligent spend management. What is this guided outcome all about? How does it work? So give us some background and some details about it.
Sure. So with this particular guide outcome, this particular solution, we're looking to address some of the typical challenges that procurement professionals have in organizations. So if you think about procurement, I mean, organizations are procuring millions of dollars worth of raw materials, indirect material, services, travel expenses. The spend happening across a variety of categories, happening across organizations, across the organization, across functions, across regions. And today, the chief procurement officer or procurement team does not have a unified view of spend across all of these categories and across all of their entire organizations. So as a result of which, these professionals are not in a position to really monitor, track, manage, and optimize the spend. And this is one of the biggest challenges that most procurement people face across the variety of organizations today. The other big challenge that procurement organizations experience is the fact that a lot of the sourcing and procurement processes are manual or part manual, part automated. And as a result of which, the process, the sourcing and procurement process is disjointed, it's broken, it's really inefficient. So these are the couple of big challenges that most organizations face when it comes to procurement. And with this solution, we're looking to address these challenges with automation and intelligence. So by bringing in automation, we're streamlining this process, we're automating it, we're making it seamless. We're making sure that all the tools talk to each other and talk to the SAP backend, and it's really a really well-oiled integrated process that procurement goes through. And the second big thing we're doing is we are bringing intelligence to this entire piece. So with our analytical models and our machine learning models, we're bringing in intelligence such that the procurement professionals get a unified view of spend, they get an analytical view of spend, they get insights, they get smart insights around how do you optimize spend and really manage the overall business spend in an organization. So I think it's a really powerful solution. The capabilities are very robust. And there's almost no CPO, Chief Procurement Officer, or Chief Financial Officer uh, who will with whom this value proposition will not resonate. So we've been working with a bunch of organizations, and it's a value prop that really resonates with procurement professionals.
Okay, you mentioned that it talks to the SAP environment, but does it also talk to the non-SAP environment? For example, I understand I've seen most of the people do their work in the on the Excel, which is one of the favorite spreadsheet environment. So does it talk to that as well? How does that integration work?
So, and that's the point. I mean, the whole idea is to kind of take, when I said automate the processes and streamline the processes, I think step one is take organizations a level up from doing manual work, which is on Excel and a bunch of Excels, and doing all of these processes in sourcing and procurement, and take them one level up by giving them processes out of the box. When you use procurement cloud solutions, all of these processes are automated. So you don't need to use Excel. All of it can happen through your tools, and therefore all those tools then talk to each other. So when you're talking to one procurement tool, that integrates with the SAP backend, and therefore that process becomes extremely streamlined and seamless. And that step, that's how you kind of move from being very manual to really being automated and seamless.
Okay, and what you mentioned machine learning as a component which helps in solving what kind of problems does machine learning solve?
So, like I was mentioning, procurement professionals do not have a unified view of spend across their entire organization. So, if you think about any large enterprise or even any a small or medium enterprise, spend happens across a variety of categories. So, it's around direct materials, which is like raw materials that you procure. It is about procuring indirect materials. It's about procuring services. You're spending on travel. You're spending on expenses. You're spending across a variety of categories. And this happens across functions, happens across regions, and it happens across employees. And a lot of times this data is in silos. So there is no way to get a unified view of what's happening. Where am I spending my money? What am I spending on? Who's spending it? Am I really spending it efficiently? So, there is no single view to get this data, which is currently in silos. And with the analytics cloud, we bring all of this data into one dashboard where you can do a lot of slicing and dicing. You can drill down, you can filter, you can go to the lowest level of detail, and really analyze where your spend is happening. And with the machine learning, really go one step further. So not only can you do all the slicing and dicing, but you give you insights. So you give smart insights into how you can actually optimize that spend. And we go one step even further, which is we predict how your spend is going to happen over time. So how do you see your spend moving over the next few months? Where are the supplies going to be falling out of range? Where are your deliveries going to be impacted? Which deliveries or vendors are going to be at risk? Who's going to be falling out of quality range? So you can take then corrective actions. And that is really powerful because you're now looking at the future and you're using your machine learning capabilities to predict and then therefore take corrective actions to make sure that you're controlling your spend, you're making sure that your supplies are being delivered on time and at the quality that you want. So all of this is now available at the click of at your fingertip. So this is an amazing view that customers really appreciate.
Okay. Just before I get to the next comment or question, I would request, I've got around about 30 people watching us at the same time across the platforms. Guys, if you've got any question for Asha, please put them in the comment section and we will ask her directly and I will make sure that I name you. So please do write your question in the comment section. Okay. So Asha, any benefits that you've seen when people have utilized intelligent spend management, organizations who've used it? What kind of benefits have you used? Are they in millions and zillions? What's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so the absolute direct benefit is, of course, the reduction in direct and indirect spend. So if you're talking about millions and dollars or billions and dollars of spend, it's a direct reduction in your business spend, that procurement spend that an organization does. And we have found that organizations can expect a reduction of about 1 to 5% in their spend as a result of using the solution, which is a huge number. So if you're looking at spend in millions or billions of dollars, the 1 to 5% savings is incredible. So I think that's one of the biggest outcomes that we're driving with this particular solution, and a number of customers have been using it. So we've got AIG who's implemented the solution. We've got a bunch of other customers who are using this, who are in the process of using the solution as well. And these are the kind of benefits you should expect. And besides this direct reduction in your costs, the other benefit is that because now your process is streamlined, they're automated. The risk of the process, the risk that you have in your process is also extremely reduced. So your TCO is lower. The risk around your suppliers with respect to timeliness, with respect to quality is also reduced. So overall, you're overall reducing the risk of your procurement process. You're reducing the cost of your procurement function, the way you run your procurement function. And then, of course, overall, there is your corporate reputation goes up because you're delivering to the expectations of your internal stakeholders.
Okay. One more question. Do you work with partners to deliver this, or how does that work? So, what all partners work with you on intelligent spend management?
Sure. And first of all, we have SAP services, which is within our SAP organization. So they're equipped to deliver the solution. But outside of that, all the global partners, Accenture, Deloitte, Ernst & Young, are all capable of delivering this solution. So I think when it comes to partners and their reach and their availability, I think organizations should not be concerned. They can expect the same standard of delivery that they've been used to with SAP.
Okay, now use cases. Any case study? It's up to you whether you want to name the organization or not. I know naming is a bit sensitive thing, but if you want to explain any organization that utilized intelligent spend management and how did they do that, how did they go about it, tell us the life cycle of a project, how it all started. What were the benefits they achieved?
Yeah, and I think that's an interesting question because different organizations do this differently. So depending on where they are in their journey to the intelligent enterprise, where they are in their processes, how manual they are, how automated they are, I think that sort of predicates how an implementation is done or how we take the customer on that journey to the intelligent enterprise. But broadly, I've seen customers automating, taking a stepwise journey to the intelligent enterprise, so to intelligent spend management. So they sometimes start with automating the procurement and the buy side of the house. So, the way employees place requests through, say, your guided buying portal, and then it go all the way through payments to the suppliers. Sometimes it goes through the sourcing or the procurement route, which is supply side of the house. Sometimes organizations are doing the buy side, sometimes they're doing supply side. And once all of these, both the sides are automated, then you sort of bring in the unified view of spend, which is the analytical view on top of your automated processes. So I think step one is to automate your processes. Step two is to bring in that analytical view and that intelligence to help you analyze all your spend data. So there are organizations who have taken different routes. And sometimes what they also do is if their processes are in good shape already, then they start with integrating data from few source systems, and then they keep adding source system as time progresses, so that they keep adding more and more data into the analytical tool, and more and more of the data across their organization is being visualized and analyzed. So there are a number of ways of doing this, but broadly I'd say step one would be to do automation, step two would be to bring in the intelligence. And then within intelligence, you can keep adding a system after source date, one source after another. So I think that is some of the ways to do it.
So I would imagine this is built over an SAP suite of products. So what all products are running at the back end? If someone wanted to know, I'm getting Intelligent Spend Management Suite, what products are running that?
Yeah, so I think that's a great question because the underlying products are of course SAP Ariba, which is a very popular product for indirect spend. There is SAP Concur for travel and expenses, SAP Fieldglass, which is for contingent workforce, and S4 HANA Cloud, of course, for which gives you the view to the direct material spend. And on top of all of this is your analytics cloud. So you've got these four or five big major solutions that kind of make this intelligent spend suite of solutions, so to speak. And then all of them put together give you this magic of transforming your procurement function and taking it to the next level.
Okay, perfect. Very quickly, I will now run on to the questions and see if you've got any questions or comments from the audience. So let's start with Facebook. I've got one comment from Nazish Khan. He says, "Hello, Asha and Shailendra." No message, just a comment. So hello, Nazish. How are you? Hope you're well. If you've got any question, you still have time to write in the comment section. Um, there is Nikhil Dangde. Hi, Nikhil. How are you? He said hello as well. Nikhil, if you've got a question, please put that in the comment section and we will take that up. Um, Uma Mahesh says hi. Hi, Mahesh. How are you? If you've got a question, you haven't said any question. If you've got a question, please put that in the comment section. Um, Dharmendra Patel says hello to Asha. Asha. Hello, Dharmendra. If you've got a question, please put that in the comment section. Yep. Hope you all are safe. Okay, there are a couple of questions, couple of things I saw on LinkedIn as well. First of all, I must say I must appreciate this. There are lots of people watching it at the moment, so I am still hitting 2025 mark constantly, which means that there are constantly 2025 people watching. Guys, if you've got a question, please throw that in. So there is a message from Ulis. He's saying, "Hello, Mr. Kumar. My name is Ulis from Indonesia. Hi, Ulis. How are you?" Vikram Israni, he's strategy, research, and advisory, and he's asking you a question, Asha. The question is, need to know a bit more on how exactly machine learning helps save costs. Any specific example?
Sure. Yeah. So I briefly mentioned that with machine learning, what we've done with our analytics cloud is we have a bunch of analytical models and machine learning models that are embedded in our analytics cloud, which help analyze the spend data. So as you are looking at your data across manufacturing facilities or your suppliers or across regions and across employees and across a variety of categories. What the machine learning models do is they give you it's auto suggestions. So as you are doing your slicing and dicing, there are auto suggestions that pop up, which alert you to opportunities for optimizing the spend. So based on your historical spend that has happened, and based on the trend that we're seeing, or the trend that the tool is seeing, there are suggestions called smart insights that pop up, which give you opportunities to optimize your spend. And the second big feature is that with the machine learning models also predict how your spend is going to happen in the months to come. So if we're seeing that some suppliers, for example, across the world are falling out of range or are predicted to fall out of range in terms of their quality, for example, or for in terms of their delivery timelines, then that starts to pop up. So the machine learning models predict that some of your suppliers are going out of range, some of your quality is going out of range. So you can then take corrective action. You can either replace the suppliers or you can do other simulations to see how you might optimize your supplies, deliveries, and spend. So I think these are the couple of instances that I can share right away that give you an idea of how we're using machine learning models within our analytics cloud.
Perfect. I must say, it's with the machine learning component that we've got, it not only predicts what's going to happen, it also gives you the reasoning behind why it's going to happen, because that makes it much more easier for a decision maker to take decisions to say, what do I need to do in this aspect? I think that is an important aspect of it as well, and that's how I think it's more beneficial. What do you think, Asha?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's where those alerts come in. I mean, it alerts you saying that this is where, we see a problem happening. This is where we're seeing things falling out of line, or this is where we're seeing an upward curve in spend. These are the categories in which your spend seems to be going up. So you may want to think about it. And this is where your off-contract spend, for example, is going off the charts. Off-contract spend usually, for example, is more expensive than what you have going with your negotiated suppliers, for example. So you want to watch out for that. So these are the things which pop up, and these are the insights which the models throw up, which point out what are the things you need to be looking at, what do you need to be cautious about, and therefore you can take corrective action.
Perfect. I've just checked again, no more questions. All I've seen is highs, and I think people were just so watching you and trying to understand what intelligent spend management is. I think it was a good educational session for people to learn from you, Asha. It was great to have you on the show. Thank you very much. And I know it's late night. It's past midnight, right?
It is a little past midnight, yes, in San Francisco.
So I'm even more thankful to you that you've taken out your time to come to this show beyond your sane hours. So thank you very much for joining us, and bye now and keep safe.
Absolutely, you too, and thank you very much for all the Asia Pac audiences. Very thrilled to have had the opportunity to talk to you. Thanks, Shelly.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so that was Asha Ambike. I hope you enjoyed the conversation and you learned a few things on intelligent spend management from her. If you've got any more questions, please put them in the comment section, and also mention whether you're watching this show live or in replay. If you're watching live, then say live in the comment section, and if you're watching replay, then say replay. Again, thank you very much. Stay indoors, keep safe. This is the time to keep ourselves really together so that we don't get hurt. Difficult times, but please stay indoors. So thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow with another leader in the guided outcome space in intelligent technologies. So see you then tomorrow. Bye.